As you know, assessments are very important and that you are required to create assessments. And for this course, you are going to create online assessments so that you can see the power of free tools that are available online and that you can actually generate assessments for your modules. So we're back at the Cool Tools for School website, and under the Cool Tools for School website there are categories, and under the quiz and poll tools you will see that there will be a large list of poll tools available to you. And you can explore several of these tools, see what's available, see how it works. Hot Potato is a good program, but you do have to download an application. And all of these tools are free, or at least versions of them are free. So as I've been exploring some of the tools, I think eQuizzer might be one of the tools that you can use to create your online quizzes. And the reason being is because you can create quizzes online, have students access the information online, give them secure login so that you know that they are the students who they say they are. They can self-log in, and you'd be able to see all of the analysis of the quiz as well as individual responses. So I think those meet the major features that you would be looking for when designing or selecting a program to design online quizzes. You'll see that there are some here, such as I think it's Easy Test Maker, that actually will generate tests for you, but you print them off. So there's lots of tools available. You just need to kind of get into them, see if they're easy enough to use, if they meet your needs, and if not, quickly leave them. If it takes you more than a few minutes to try to figure out the system, you don't want to stay there. So I didn't explore all of these tools. I kind of picked and chose a few from the information provided, and I selected eQuizzer because I've heard about this tool in the past. So if you go to eQuizzer, and almost with all of these tools, you are going to have to sign up for a site. So I would strongly suggest that you sign up for the site. You will see that they have asked if you would donate. We do not need to donate at this point, so you don't even have to donate. Although one of the ways that tools do get bigger or to be utilized more is through donations, but this does not require us to do that at this point. So I just want to make sure that you realize that even though some of these Web 2.0 tools might ask for donations, you are not required to do that. It does talk about some of the basic features of eQuizzer or eQuizzer, and that it is a web-based quizzing program. It allows you to create custom quizzes that they can take online, and it allows you to manage and monitor the students' scores and how they did. You could have students generate quizzes, but we won't be doing that for this application because you are the student who is generating the quizzes, and I want you to own your own account and be able to manage your own account at that point. And then allowing students to self-enroll is extremely important, so and ease for you. I will also show you how you can bulk register everyone, and maybe the class will want to decide to bulk register everyone, and then you'll go from there. So what you really need to deal with is you need to create questions, and I would do that outside of the environment after you explored this a little bit, so that you already know your questions or the types of questions that you want to create. So if you look under the create questions, and here are all the different options available to you on the left hand side. So you have list topics. If you're going to create more than one quiz, you will want to sort them by topics. You will want to edit and monitor your students and the classes. So when you are creating questions, up at the topic filter, actually it will tell you that the topics that you have available, and I think for the very first time, first topic is automatic. If you did want to change the topics, make them more specialized, you can click on list topics. Here you will see point click environment, type here to create a new topic. So, but at this point I'm not going to do that. So creating new quiz questions. And when you select an item, it will give you kind of an FAQ about that location. So what types of questions do you want to create? And it'll tell you that you can create fill-in questions and you can have as many correct answers as you need, up to 25, multiple choice where there's 5 selections, unlimited true and false, multiple marks, matching, and short answers. And be careful about selecting short answers. It does not always have to be automatically graded, but know that the short answers will not be graded. You will physically have to go in there and grade them. And there will be times, even with online assessments, where you will have to go in and provide some kind of scoring. If you have any questions about the heading, such as create questions, you can always click on that FAQ. And it kind of tells you what it'll look like, and I would suggest that you explore this a little bit before deciding on making your questions. There are 6 different types, and you just need to be careful. And once a question is created, the type cannot be changed. So you want to plan out your questions. And this is a free tool, so maybe if you purchase the paid version, you'd be able to make some more specific changes. But usually in a free version, it's kind of a point click, you get the basic features, it's good enough, but if you ever needed to explore more, you might want to go above and beyond. So as you create a question, you have your topic, what type of question are you looking for, multiple choice, and it allows you to then generate your questions right here. True, false, true, false. And when you make the selection, and see, you need to read, and it says answer choices, click on the correct one. It also says that, I believe, for the multiple choice, answer choices, okay, and then you have whatever one is the correct one, and then you can randomize so that students can't see each other's work. For your quiz, you probably won't need to do that. You can add images, you can add hints, you could do all kinds of things, but for this it's just important to maybe start with just the basics to see what it can do. And then you also can assign point values to any of the questions. Fill in the blank tells you that wherever you place the little asterisk is the place where the input box will appear. And again, point value, you'll type in the correct answers if you want hints, etc. So go through these and play around with them. You have the matching, multiple marks. It really will depend on what types of questions you have and how you want them to be. And the multiple marks will allow you to select more than one answer. And that's kind of what the difference is between the multiple choice and the multiple marks. So once you have your questions created, you can always go in and manage your quizzes. So if you go down to manage the quizzes, you will see that here is a quiz that has been created. I can always go into the manage the quiz by clicking on it. These are some questions that either I generated or that were already typed in here. All you do is click on them and they actually will boot down into the question itself. Okay. And then you can check out information. So there's a quiz title if you want to change it a little bit. Notes, instructions for students if you wanted to write instruction, and then a message if you want to write perfect score. Details, you can, if it's a math quiz, you can actually have them shown the calculator. You can show hints if you wanted to. You can allow the public to view it. Under the delivery, it says maximum number of questions. If you have 5 questions, you want to put 5 in there. All at once is the only item allowed. And you can select how many times students can view it. So maybe not unlimited, maybe just once. You can allow the students to retake the graded quiz, but a new record will be created for each of the quizzes. So mastery, if that's what you're looking for, you might want to allow them to take it more than once, or unlimited. I'm going to set this one up for just once. And once you are done with that, you click on save. You do need to release it So you probably will only have one class here. You click on release and you save it, so that means that it's released. You can look at it and see what the quiz looks like. So here we have a quiz, true and false. You are currently taking what class? EDC I-130. Let's say true. Fill in the blank. The Dean of the College of Education is Dr. Van Kuren. An example of the or where is the what university do you attend? Fill in the blank. This is a fill in the blank. So whatever you've set up as the actual one, just like I did up here, and then the matching. And so what's the missing letter? So for this question here, I'm going to assume that it will be C, and this one should be A, and society, uh-oh, I added too many there, so it's actually going to be B, but I have to fix that. And you might want to go through it to make sure that it is scoring the way it should be scoring. So you are not taking EDC I-130, you're taking EDFN 130. And here you're correct, here you're correct. Again, this is a fill-in, it doesn't match. And then your multiple choice is 1 point. So you can see I only got 2 right, and you will want to make sure that all of your work is appropriate and correct. Now, how do we monitor the students? I can see that a student has taken this quiz, and I can actually click on his name, click on the quiz, and I can see what that student has generated, or their score. I might want to go down to manage the class. When you do create a quiz, you will need to create a self-enrollment key if that's how you choose to allow the students to have access. So what you will do is you will share this with the students ahead of time or after your presentation. Share it through Angel, and you'll give them this address. This code should automatically go in. It's a self-enrolled code, the class that they will go into, and then they can just go in and self-enroll. And then you will be able to see what students are enrolled. You'll see their usernames and you'll see their passwords, and that's what they will need to get in. And when they self-enroll for your class, the passwords and usernames are automatically generated, and they'll be able to handle that. But you can always go in and help them if they can't find it. I referred to earlier the bulk add. So I'm not sure if you guys will want to create a spreadsheet that will do this for you, and then you just share that information. But as a teacher, if there's something an individual can do individually without your help or your input, you should utilize those tools. So I would probably suggest that you just share the self-enrollment link with them. So all you do is go to manage. Once you have the survey and it's released, it will generate a self-enrollment key. And then this, don't give them the link, but give them the HTTP address and everything. And then that will automatically allow them, so I'll share it with you what would happen. So if we have this self-enrollment key, copy that, and students will select it. And here's where the students will write their first name, last name. So if I am Tom Ivel, and my email, I can actually, you can use your same email. It doesn't matter. You could have more than one account, which everybody will probably have to do a self-enroll. The password needs to be 6 digits. That enrollment key in this teacher ID automatically came, and then you will get a security code. If you don't see this, you might need to change your browser. So let's see, send registration. I think I had issues with the Chrome, so hold on, it's waiting. Okay, so now the self-enrollment key is made, and whoever enrolled into the class will need to remember their password and their username, because that's how they will log in. So if you go to home, you will log in with that username and that password. Now I can show you on mine, managing of students. I can now see that Tom Eibel is in my class, and he's been created. And actually I created him previously, but so now he's in my class. I know what his username is, I know what his password is as the teacher, so that I can share that information. And then, as I said, if you are going to look at the students, monitor the students, only one student has taken this, you can click on that student. Actually, and then here is his quiz. You know what his score was, when he did it, and then you can click on it to see the individual responses. Super easy, great tool, and I think it'll be a great program for you to look at. Then I can actually, as the teacher, if you needed to, or if you need to go in there and grade something, you can always override it. Okay, and then you can write, "Great job, Tom," and update it. And then when they were to go back into their score or into the quiz, they can see your comments, they can see their final score, and it's super easy. Okay, I'm going to stop with that because we're almost at 20 minutes. I usually don't make videos this long, but I thought it was important to kind of share with you a little bit. Please ask questions if you have any. You can contact me through email, through the course communication link. Share information with students. Ask your buddies, or let me know if we need to do something other than these quick video tutorials. Good luck.